Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. So this is a presentation. I'm explaining you about the grammar exercise on page 9 of your English download from 5 books. So in order to understand this, please make sure you have your books with you and turn to page 9. Grammar 1, present simple, present continuous and stative verbs. So I will explain, so listen carefully and then you can do the exercise. So now we move to the second slide. Okay, the second slide, I'm going to explain about the present simple. Okay, in general there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 situations where we use the present simple. The first one is when we want to explain the facts and also the permanent situation. As you can see here, this is one. It's also stated in your book, facts and permanent situation. And the example given is I live in a big house with my extended family. Dalam ayat ni, verbs dia adalah perkataan live. And this is in a present simple. Present simple means in the basic form. Kita gunakan nak menerangkan tentang facts and permanent situation. Okay, the word live here, ini adalah dia punya verb dia. Okay, the second situation where I use present simple is bila kita nak explain general truth and laws of nature. General truth maksudnya kebenaran, something yang kita tahu. Contohnya ada ayat bawah tu bila dia kata the sun sets in the evening. Verb dia adalah sets, itu verb dia adalah sets. This is the general truth. The sun sets in the evening. Maknanya matahari terbenam waktu petang. Kalau matahari terbenam pagi, something wrong somewhere. So kita gunakan present simple untuk general truth dan juga laws of nature. Okay, the third situation, we are using habits and routine. Habits and routine maksudnya benda-benda yang kita ulang-ulang buat. Something yang kita ulang-ulang buat. Okay, kita tengok contoh dalam ayat tu. Verb dia adalah visit. Dia kata we always visit New York in the summer. So visit dia akan gunakan dalam bentuk present simple. Always visit New York. Mana benda tu every summer we ni tak tahu siapa keluarga dia apa, dia akan pergi ke New York every summer. So benda yang rutin, habit, macam contoh kalau cakap I walk to school every day. So walk itu the verb. Benda tu rutin sebab hari-hari awak pergi sekolah memang jalan kaki. Okay, and the fourth one is when they say timetables and programs. Timetable adalah jadual, program adalah program. So, bila dia kata contoh situ, look at the example, my partner's plane arrived at 5 p.m. Arrive is a verb. Arrive tu sampai. Makna kalau terbang sampai pada pukul 5 petang, 5 p.m. So, it's a program. This is something that has been set. So, benda yang dah set, dia akan gunakan present simple tense. And the fifth one is when we're talking about reviews, stories, and sports commentaries. Review maksudnya review, saya tahu makna ulasan. Story, kita nak berulasan cerita atau movie ke apa-apa. Dan juga bila kita buat mengulas acara sukan. So, kita akan gunakan present simple. In this context, yang ada sini ialah is adalah verb to be. Is, are dengan am adalah verb to be untuk present simple. Bila kata the story is about a young girl and her friend. Mana kita tak ada gunakan the story was about young girl and her friend. Bukan kita tentang buat komen tentang reviews. Kita tengah buat review tentang cerita tu. Okay, so I hope you understand. Kalau tak faham nanti, boleh PM saya later. Okay, next we move on to present continuous tense. Untuk present continuous tense, ini kalau faham, makna present continuous dia akan ada is, are, am campur dengan verb tambah ing. Tengok je contoh yang saya bagi tu. Okay. Dad is making dinner in the kitchen. Mana make dia punya adalah dia punya verb asal dia make. Bila dalam present continuous dia akan ada is sebab dad seorang tambah ing. So dad is making dinner in the kitchen. Okay, bila kita gunakan present continuous, okay, pertama bila action happening in the time of speaking. Maksudnya masa kita cakap ayat tu, perbuatan tu sedang berlaku. So kita gunakan is making. Contohnya saya cakap I am talking to you now. Am talking. Kata asalnya talk. Am talking to you now. Mana-mana itu sekarang saya sedang buat. At the time of the speaking. Ni keyword dekat sini. At the time of speaking. Okay. Second one. Temporary or changing situations. Mana benda yang sementara. Mana satu benda yang berubah secara sementara. Contoh bila dia kata sini. My cousin is staying with us for the holiday. Mana bukan cousin dia terus duduk dengan dia selama-lamanya, tapi just for the holiday, cousin dia akan duduk dengan dia. That's why kita gunakan present continuous daripada kata dasar dia stay. Bila present continuous tambah is kat depan dan tambah ing kat belakang. Okay, and the second one, for example, the another example given here is also given in the book. Bila dia kata she is becoming more and more frustrated. Is becoming. Maknanya dia makin lama makin frust, makin lama makin kecewa. So it shows something yang changing situation daripada kecewa dia great sikit lagi, makin lama makin frust, makin lama makin frust. Alright. The third one, annoying habits. Annoying, satu yang menjengkelkan, satu yang tak suka. Dan often used with adverbs like always. Maknanya nak tunjukkan something yang orang selalu buat yang menyebabkan awak sakit hati tu kan. So we use the word always. For example, dia kata my coach is always criticizing me. From the word critic. Mengkritik. So bila dia kata coach dia ni, apa semua cik salah dia je. So dia kata my coach is always criticizing me. So here nak tunjukkan perbuatan coach itu, kritik dia tu secara kerap menyebabkan dia rasa annoying lah. So kita gunakan present continuous. And the last one, bila kita tentang plans and arrangement in the future. Mana something yang akan berlaku, akan datang. Kita dah plan. So mana kita boleh gunakan present continuous. Example here, this is a negative form. She isn't seeing her friends tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow menunjukkan future. So she isn't seeing her friends tomorrow. Dia tak nak jumpa kawan dia besok. Dia tak pergi jumpa kawan dia pada robot C. Ataupun bila cakap contohnya, I am going to town today. Orang nak pergi bandar pada hari ini. So I am going, from the word go, tambah ing in the present continuous tense. Alright. Okay, next. Okay, this is stative verbs. Stative verb ni sounds like new, but it's actually not that new. Okay, stative verb is explained about states. Maknanya something perkataan verb yang bukan action. Kat sini kata common stative verb is about feelings. Okay, here kita contoh something about feelings, about emotions, ataupun senses, kita punya perasaan diri kita, ataupun states of mind. Apa yang berlaku dalam minda kita masa tu. Maksudnya it's not action verbs, bukan perbuatan. Okay, look at example given tu. Dan kat sini stative verb dia dalam perkataan hates. Yang saya merahkan ni, hates ni. Hates maknanya benci. Benci bukannya perbuatan, tapi it's still a verb. My mother hates doing household chores. Mak saya tak suka buat kerja rumah. Hates. So hates itu adalah stative verbs. Okay, the second one, for example, my colleague look cheerful today. Okay, look kat sini bukan maksudnya tengok. Look kat sini maksudnya nampak. Ayat ni maksudnya kawan-kawan saya nampak macam ceria je hari ni. So the word look atau nampak ni is a stative verb. Dia bukannya perbuatan. Satu lagi yang tu ada bagi adalah bila kata some expert believe peers are more important to teens than family. The word believe that. Percaya. Mana ada perbuatan percaya? Betul tak? So, percaya situ adalah verb. Believe is a verb, tapi dia adalah stative verb dan dia bukannya perbuatan. So, kalau sini dia kata ada juga verbs yang boleh dalam bentuk stative and action. Contohnya dia bagi appears dengan are appearing. Saya rasa it's not that important for this one, tapi you have to know. Okay, one thing you have to be aware. Maknanya biasanya stative verb ni akan ada bentuk present, simple present. Kita takkan cakap contoh my mother's, contoh hantar ni, ayat pertama ni balik kepada yang ni, tak mungkin boleh kita cakap my mother's hating doing household chores. Salah. Ataupun my colleagues looking cheerful today. Salah. Some expert believing peers are more important than infinite juga salah. So sensitive verb must always be in the simple present tense. Okay, so I hope you understand. If there's any question, just PM me or you can ask in the class group WhatsApp. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much for listening. And after this reading the notes and listening to this presentation, you complete the exercise on page 9, exercise 3 and exercise 4 and copy in your exercise book and write it down, and I will give the answers later in the evening. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.